For more reaction on the Palesa Madiba judgment, her killer being found guilty, we talked to Commission for Gender Equality's Mbuyiselo Botha. Commissioner, very good evening to you. You've just been listening to that very painful account, and it is so clear and evident how much pain this family has gone through. What do you think this judgment will mean for families out there with victims in similar circumstances?
Well, Tsepiso, thank you for inviting me. And I think as a Commission for Gender Equality, we are happy and excited that there's this sentence. I mean, he has been found guilty. I think we are of the view that, Tsepiso, it will send a message that the justice system is on the side of those that faces injustices in our country, Tsepiso. But it will also say that we are serious when we say that gender-based violence is in fact horrible and unacceptable in our country. We hope that, Tsepiso, going forward, the sentence would actually be that of, in fact, throwing the key into the river so that it doesn't see the light of day. In fact, that the judgment, we hope, it would say there should be no parole, nothing at all when it's Tsepiso.
How do we say that the criminal justice system in itself bears the responsibility of a deterrent? You've just heard what Palesa Modiba's aunt had to say about how her friend's behavior really wounded the family, the lack of empathy, not only from a fellow woman, but, you know, other members of the community who were defending him.
Well, I think it has a lot to do with blaming the survivor. I think we are getting numb as a society when at a piece of where we think that, and that's why we even ask these inappropriate questions. What was she doing? Why was she there? When in fact, we should be condemning the act of her being killed. So I think that we must go, we should do lots and lots of work like we do in the Commission in the 9 provinces, like we do with mobilization of communities, like we do with galvanizing communities. But above all, Tsepiso, we must find it in our hearts, especially as communities, that women don't kill themselves, don't rape themselves, until we're at a point when it's Tsepiso and your viewers, that we as societies, we will feel angry, would feel and we would feel hard done. Unless we do that, we will continue to blame the survivor for them being killed, for them being violated and humiliated. So the work we do around education in the different provinces goes a long way in ensuring that we sensitize communities about the importance of siding with those that are on the side of injustices.
Listening to Mbuyiselo Botha, the aunt, when I was asking her what communities should do, she said that perhaps what is important is if people anchor themselves on something that will make them see the value of life. Do you think part of the problem is when we approach education on gender-based violence, gender equality, that we do assume that everybody is the same, that they have the same values and principles? How can we be individualistic in our approach that we speak directly to everybody?
In fact, it goes back to that when we raise, especially the boy child, it must, in fact, in all institutions where we find the boy child, I mean, in our homes, in our creches, I mean, early child education, these institutions are pivotal, they are critical. Unless we, in fact, focus in ensuring that, our narrative changes. We must stop saying to the girl child, don't walk at night, don't wear particular types of clothing. In fact, I should be able to say to my grandchildren that Unosimo, Zukanye, Ukakambe, to Lireku, all of them, that I should be saying to them, the girl child, it is her body, and her body can't be used as a scene of crime. So the point we are making as a commission is to make sure that our message, is targeted to those that, in fact, are perpetrators, which are boys, which are men, and so that we engender in them a strong sense of justice, that we can't be quiet, you can't look the other way when women continue to be battered in this country.
Certainly, that's the idea, and we wish that were the reality. Thank you very much for speaking to us. Mbuyiselo Botha is Commissioner at the Commission for Gender Equality.